I pushed the button. You know, the push the button and make money button. The big one that says easy, right? It was my first online course, and I was convinced I was going to make a bunch of money. Now, I had been a 40-year student of meditation, and I had created a meditation course. I had consulted someone who was a long-standing, effective, and money-making marketer. I had purchased a course for many $1,000s, and I had followed the instructions, and I was ready to go. So, I pushed the button. What happened? Well, the first thing that happened was I waited with breathless anticipation for the money to roll in. I made some sales. I actually made a little money. Now, that was actually unusual. Most people, the first time they push the button, don't actually make money online. I was lucky. I sold some copies of my meditation course the first time out. But I certainly didn't sell as many as I thought, and it certainly wasn't working like I thought. So what did I do? Well, I did what you normally do. I changed the ads around, relaunched, and kept going, trying to uncover the magic secret to making money online. I knew that the product I was selling was valuable. I knew the effectiveness of meditation. And in fact, I had written 5 books, sequential books, about the effectiveness in meditation, not only for health and wellness, but in accomplishment, spirituality, and a number of other areas. So I was confident in the product. And while I made some sales, it certainly wasn't going like I imagined. So now what? Well, 2 things happened. 1, I was excited that I had made some sales. And 2, I got really discouraged. Now, I don't know if you felt like that or not, trying to get your message and your product out to the masses and help those that you really know you can help. But I certainly got discouraged. I began to think, wow, what did I do wrong? I went back and I went over all the lessons and everything I'd learned, and I'd actually done everything right. I'd consulted a guru, someone that knew all about this stuff, and followed the directions pretty well. So I expected immediate and powerful success. And you know what? It didn't happen that way. So I did the next step, which was I got discouraged. I got frustrated. I thought, oh, it's all a bunch of nonsense. I can't do this. Then I developed another disease, one you might resonate with. BSO disease, bright, shiny object disease. You know, if I can just buy the right stuff, I'm home free. Recognize that thought? So then I did what most of us do online. I went from product to product. Then I went from guru to guru, thinking, if I can just find the right advice, if I can just get the right stuff, I'm home free. Now, I don't know about you, but that just infected me to the max. And I kept spending money and thinking that I would find the right silver bullet to make everything happen and my dreams come true. After a while, I figured out there were actually 2 problems with that. 1, I was looking for somebody else to tell me what to do. And the second problem is I was actually looking for somebody else to tell me what I needed to be. Now, that's a massive mistake. After a while, and after, unfortunately, tens of thousands and perhaps even $100,000 and more, I realized that there were some other things at work here. I'm Kellen Flukiger, the creator of the Speed to Profit marketing system. So let me tell you a little bit about myself. I actually have a long and successful background. I was a C-level executive, corporate officer in 2 countries. I had already had a background of speaking around the world, of being a world-recognized figure in a particular area, commodity markets. And yet I was looking for someone else to tell me how to power it up and make money online in the internet world. I had a 30-year career in these commodity markets, and after that career, I decided to retire and do something online. After all, I certainly wasn't done with my creative time in life. I stepped back to think about what I was actually doing and what I had done before in my career to achieve such success. After all, I had been an international speaker. I had been a world-class market designer. I had been acclaimed around the world in the niche that I had occupied previously as a corporate executive. So what was wrong? Well, the story and the journey could take a long time, but let's just get to the point. I realized finally that, first of all, there's no magic bullet. Nobody's going to wave a magic wand, tell you to take step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and suddenly you're going to be successful and rich. That doesn't happen. I knew that from my own experience, but somehow I thought, because of the hype and the stories I was reading, that that was different somehow in the modern age online. Well, if you think about it for just a minute, you realize, like I finally did, that's nonsense. Success comes from focused work. It comes from being excellent and providing great service to people that have a problem. So then I took stock and I said, all right, what was I really the best at in my career? After all, I wasn't going to continue in the commodity markets, but I started looking at my fundamental skills. And my fundamental skills as an executive had been to create powerful teams that were successful at solving problems. I had been an awesome coach and mentor to develop people's talents and skills. Suddenly, I realized what I could do. I was a business coach. I was a breakthrough coach. I had spent my entire career solving extremely complex and difficult problems, making them simple, making people able to succeed where they thought they couldn't before. Suddenly, a light dawned and I was on the way. Now, to get it implemented. After I had that part figured out, I thought, okay, now it's going to be easy. Then I got caught up in another trap. This might be one you recognize or not. This is the trap of the latest and coolest tools. I thought, okay, now I know what I'm going to do. Now I just have to buy the right tools. So I went on another money spree, bought this tool and that tool. And again, I spent months and tens of thousands of dollars once again, wasted time and wasted money. The good thing is I learned fast and I learned my lessons really well. After this big, long journey and literally hundreds of thousands of dollars, I finally realized that I had found my niche, helping others succeed in a massive way beyond their expectations, breaking through the barriers that hold us back. I was so excited. So after the journey of figuring out how to create a new business, how to launch it online and make it successful, I finally realized that there actually is a formula. It's not in a get-rich-quick scheme. It's not in a, okay, just push these buttons here and you're done, but it is locked up in who you really are. I finally found that my powerful success was tied to, guess what? My history, my career, the things I had already done, and that was such good news. Because I realized that I had a pile of experience that would turn into powerful tools to help others. You know what? That's true for you too, and that is the exciting part. So what this journey let me do is create a powerful system to launch a business, drive it to the top, make all kinds of money, achieve leadership in your niche, and to do it in record time. You get to take advantage, if you want to, from all my mistakes. If you'd rather make them all yourself, hey, that's cool. But if you're like me, I wish I had had somebody to show me what I know now a few years ago. Why don't you take it upon yourself to join me, take advantage of the next 2 videos that I've got to make yourself a huge shortcut to where you want to be and maximize your gifts and talents, to unleash your creativity, productivity, and ability to help others and make money. Like I said, come on, join me